Hey guys, I'm Aussie Villain and welcome to H&W Welders as we move in from Season 15 into Season 16 on the Impossible Dream. We're going to try and win the Champions League with our Northern Irish side, and if we're going to do it, we're going to have a very, very big summer. We can see here that the board, they haven't particularly opened the purse strings. 15.5 million we have in transfer budget, just under 500 grand in wages. Now I'm wondering if this is perhaps because we don't have the automatic group stage that we've had previously. Maybe this is the season that we have to qualify. I'm wondering if that's what it is. Now, what we can do, we can see, or you probably can't, it's really hard to see, but 282 grand we're spending on wages right now. So there is the option we could move some wage budget into the transfer budget, which would up what we have to spend there. But I don't want to do that just now. We'll wait and see where we land on certain things. And of course, there is always the chance that that maybe we can sell some players and get some extra in here. You can see we get 100%, and we might try and actually increase that a little bit as well. Now, as a reminder, some things that we know are already happening. If we have a look at who's coming in, we know that Major is coming in as an attacking right back for us. He's not going to be our man in Europe, well, he might be our man in Europe in certain games, but he's very quick, and we're hoping that he's going to do good things for us. We know that Bittner is joining us on a permanent deal. Again, he's very quick. We know what we're going to get from him, and there's potential there as well. And the other one that we know is coming in is another Australian in Richard Hammond, another striker. He's pacey. He's going to be hopefully decent for us, but he's coming in to join us. All those are already happening through the summer. Little bit of bad news. McKay has once again rejected the opportunity to join us. Now, that's looking a little bit like it might not be happening at all now. He has rejected us, and now Fulham have rejected the bid as well. So that's what we know is happening. It's going to be a big summer. This is just a young defender we're trying to get in, promising centre back, get him in and just see where it takes us. Not one for immediately, but yeah, that's what we know is happening. So let's play on through here and see where this summer takes us. All right, we have some end of season awards here for the league. Now, Linfield and Jeddah have officially declared war. Jeddah has taken a clean sheet record, 28, which was previously Robbie Young's at 25. So that's annoying, isn't it? Formerly, of course, with us was Jeddah. How many clean sheets did he have for us? What was his best season with us? Clean sheets, 19 was his best. So yeah, that's sort of come out of the blue a little bit, hasn't it? So that's very annoying. McDade, once again, was the top goal scorer. Martin McKay was third, which is not too bad for a winger that sort of played half the games. If we have a look at the history of this award, this is just the Aaron McDade award, isn't it? He has won it, well, for a number of years now. Lavery, whatever happened to Shane Lavery? He must have retired and became nothing. So that's roughly what we wanted to happen to him, I think, wasn't it? Kamani has won the best player of the year. We've swept it up with Ordonez coming in there in second and Sirok in third. Oh yeah, we know we do usually win that. McDade, Lake, Tommy Martin. What happened to, we sold him, didn't we? Tommy Martin to St. Johnson, McKay, Surgeon and Kamani. So that's an award that we have tended to win. What have we got here? Manager of the Year. Congratulations to me. And that is that. Now, one minor piece of news. I can tell you that Delaro is not going anywhere, so we can get rid of that. Is that we did sign that young defender from Manchester City. So Surgeon will be joining us. Surgeon Greening will be joining us when his contract is up July 9th. So we'll see what happens to him. But like I say, he's one for the reserves. So a very quick update from the Europa League final, and we went out to the eventual winners. Real Sociedad beat Spurs 2-1. They scored first and last, and I think that makes us the second best team, doesn't it? Maybe. We'll claim that anyway. Okay, a few quick things to update you on. Connor Surgeon, we have extended his loan, so he will be back again next year. Is he the best left back we could get? Hopefully not, but what he is well, he's solid, isn't he? So he's back for next season. McGurk, we have given him a new contract now. The release fee is still there. It is marginally higher, but not really anything. It's still under 8 million. I'm hoping between it's a 5-year deal. I'm hoping he's an important player now. A wage increase as well. I'm hoping it might just be enough for him to think, yeah, we want to stay here and maybe to ward some other teams off. But with the release fee, it's not really done that. So yeah, we'll hope that that he stays. And someone that isn't staying is Michael Sims. I have decided to sell him. The reason I've decided to sell him is because he's not going to be our first choice striker in Europe. we have good young strikers that can play in the league for us. So he's just kind of here. And I figured we're better off getting, I mean, not just the wages aren't really that much of a deal because we have a lot of wage budget, but even just get that little bit of extra money in, 4 million or so, put that towards somebody else, whether that be a left back, an even better striker, you know, whatever it is. So that is what we've done. Now, the other conundrum that we have right now involves Martin McKay. Now, he has gone back to Fulham. He's there as a squad player. I thought, well, let's see what they think of it now if he's only a squad player. I went to make an offer. They want 41 grand a week for him. Now, he is a brilliant, brilliant player, but 41 grand a week is quite a bit of money. And if we look at him compared to our other two left-wing options that we have, so that would be, of course, going down here, if I can find them quickly, it would be Sirok and it would be Alfonso, who's going to be at the top. Now, we saw Alfonso, was it last episode, I think? And he's not quite as good yet in the blue, but he's not far away, and he's younger and potentially going to get better. And the other one, of course, is, as I say, Sirok. And again, Sirok in the blue, McKay in the green. Not as good right now, but again, young and with the opportunity to get better. I'm wondering if McKay is that much better. I mean, he's a star and a half better. But 41 grand a week is a lot of money for us. So I'm going to have a think about that one, I think. All right, a quick update on how well on the European rankings and coefficients and stuff. The league has stayed as where it was in 13th. So that means we're still above leagues like the Championship, for example, in England, which is good. The top flights in Croatia, in Romania, Ukraine, Serbia, Switzerland, Greece, and Norway. But we're still behind Denmark, Turkey, Austria, Holland, Belgium, Scotland. So we're not... We need, if we could get up another star, and then we'd be up with the sort of the French leagues and sort of above the Portuguese league. But we're roughly equal on reputation with Portugal as well. So, you know, it's not going too bad for us. As a club, with those 21 coefficient points, we actually moved up 2 places. Now, that's amazing because I thought we were going to really, really struggle. Actually, I got 23 in the end. So, in the end last season, we did better than we had done in the past. And we're only defending 6 coefficient points this year. So, we could very easily find ourselves in the top 20 clubs in Europe at the end of this coming season, which would be absolutely massive for a club of our size, I would imagine, and homegrown players for the Champions League. And this is, of course, the year where Vogler, McCracken, Ozioma, and Thompson will all become club trained for us. So that will massively, massively help us when it comes to registering the squad, because you can see there, well, we registered a short squad last year because we just didn't have enough players. So it could be better for us this season, I think. I hope. We have breaking news this evening out of H&W Welders, where the club have announced the loan signing of Jimmy Scott from Arsenal until the end of the season. Now let's cross live to the club's press conference. Eamon Murphy, local reporter. Now what do you see as Scott's best position, and how does he fit into the Welders lineup? Got no idea, mate. No idea. I don't even think we need him, to be honest, but he's a wonder kid. We've signed a wonder kid. So there we go. We have signed a wonder kid, Jimmy Scott from Arsenal, for the season. We're paying him 24.5 grand a week, which is a lot of money for a player. I have no idea where we're going to use him. Let's have a look at him. He can play most positions. I don't even think he's that good as a wonder kid, to be honest. But, I mean, yeah, I mean, we don't really need him. If I'm being completely honest, we don't need him. We have had some bids coming in for Tomo and De Lauro. Now, De Lauro's contract is up, and he currently doesn't want to discuss it at the end of this coming season, not anytime soon. But he currently doesn't want to discuss a new one because of the interest in him. So it does give us a little bit of cover if maybe we want to sell De Lauro. Yeah, I mean, it's a wonder kid. I couldn't say no to a wonder kid. He could maybe sit back in here for us and do something in Europe. I don't know. Anyway, he's played in MLS last season, a little bit in the Premier League. He's never really done well, and he may not do well for us, but we have a wonder kid. It is really tough to find good players that'll join the Welders. It's so annoying. Hello? Mr. Chairman, how can I help you, sir? Why would you accept a bid for one of my players? You were speaking to the previous chairman. Well, there's your first mistake, mate. That guy was a moron. Yes, you should reject the bid, and all subsequent bids as well. So it's happened again. The chairman has accepted a bid, 7 million for Tomo. Now we've actually had, I mean, this does go up to 11, potentially 11 and a quarter million. We've had bigger bids. Newcastle came in with just under 10 million and they didn't jump at that. So I thought we were doing okay, but we don't want to sell Tomo. He's a wonderful player for us and he's only going to get, maybe he's getting towards his max of his ability, but he's still very, very good and we don't want to sell him. And he's also Australian. So, you know, it's never going to happen. But yeah, so it's the first time we've had it this off season. We have had a lot of bids for coming in for a lot of our players. There are a couple that are unhappy. Ordonez is one of them. You can see there he's unhappy because he wasn't allowed to go somewhere. And I think De Lauro actually might be the other one. Is he unhappy as well right now? No, is it Kamani? Somebody else is unhappy. Pretty much everybody has had a bid come in for them. If we go and have a look, you can see everybody is wanted as happy. Yeah, it is Kamani's the other one that's unhappy. Mladenov is currently unhappy. It should all resolve itself, but yeah, we haven't lost anybody yet. We don't want to lose, so that is the main thing. And Armstrong, no one's coming in for him at all, which is surprising, but maybe relief as well. Okay, we've made another signing, and this time it's a player that we actually need. Regan Jeffs, an 18-year-old left back. You can see the fans aren't particularly thrilled by him. $8,000 a week we're paying him. We've got him on loan from Fulham. We'll just move back a position. Basically, what we've got here is a decent left back. He's not too bad tackling, very good passing, not too bad getting forward either. Could play it at centre-back if we need him to. Now, there was the potential to maybe sign this guy for a fee of about, I think it was about £4 or £5 million. What I've decided to do instead, though, given that we have way more money in the wage budget than the transfer budget, what I decided to do was loan him in this season, pay the wages, but not pay anything out on transfers. If we like him, then we'll try and do a deal next summer. If he doesn't work out, then we've only, we've paid wages that we can afford to pay. So that is Regan Jeffs, and hopefully he will do well. Is he going to be first choice ahead of Surgeon? I haven't completely decided yet, but with this, we might now try and move Oliveira on, who was good last season, but not great. So there we go. Venton Holder has returned. We've got him on loan again. I'm not sure why he decided to come back this time, but he has, which is excellent. 24.5 grand a week, but we know what we're getting with Venton, and hopefully it's going to be a lot of goals in Europe again. So this is, I'm so excited. I didn't expect this to come off. Somebody else went in for a loan bid for him, and I thought, oh, let's do it. Let's have a go. And he chose us over. I want to say, where's he? I think it was Lille. I think Lille was the other team that went in for him. I didn't think it was going to work. I'm so excited we've got him back. Of course, he was brilliant. That doesn't tell the whole story. Where's Europe? Continental football, 9 games, 12 goals. He got, 6 against Galatasaray in that one game. I could not be happier. Lille was where he was at last season, so they may have gone back in for him, but he got 10 goals in league. So excited, so excited. Now, there is a little bit else to catch you up on. The first thing is a new contract for Tomo. We just got a 40 million release fee in there, hopefully to try and put the chairman off accepting any more bids for him. 16 grand a week. He's 100% worth that. I think it's a 5-year deal, so yeah, 2040. So we've tied him down now, which is excellent. And the other bit of news is the departure of Roy Hill. He served us well, but he's gone off to Hibs. We only got 1.7 million for him in the end, which is a little bit disappointing. I think there's an add-on. It could go up to about 2.5, something along those lines. He's been a very good player for us, as you can see there, for a number of seasons. We got him on a free, but we've got a lot of right backs in now that are potentially better than him. So we've let him go, and like I say, I would have liked to have got a bit of a bigger fee for him, but it is what it is. But Fenton Holder's back. Okay, welcome back. Now, we're almost done the transfer special, but a little bit to catch you up on, and also a Champions League playoff draw as well. But let's have a look here. We sent Ozioma out on loan to Larn. I don't know if he's going to play that much for us. Larn, of course, are a professional team. He may help them in Europe. Yeah, so we'll do that. And of course, he can't play against us anyway in the league, so it's not going to hurt us in that sense either. But Ozioma's out on loan to Larn for the year. And another out is Wilson Oliveira. We've sold him off. His contract was up at the end of this year. I'm just not completely convinced by him. Now, we sold him for 1.2. That was the best bid we could get in. I tried to get a bit of a bidding war going, but it wasn't happening. So he's worth 5.5 now. I maybe in hindsight should have added a 50% sell on, but to be honest, I don't really think he's that good. So yeah, I don't know that there's going to be necessarily a sell on there to be had. So anyway, he's left for 1.2 million. So let's have a look at where this leaves us for the season. And we haven't done much, but I think what we have done is quite good. So if we look up front, we've got Venton Holder, of course, back for this season. Very, very excited to see what he can do. McCracken, who scores a lot of goals for us. We've also got Jaylani Fitzpatrick, who was great in Europe for us. Is there an argument to say we try a duo up top of Holder and Fitzpatrick? Certainly would be strong in the air, wouldn't it? McDade, who of course bangs the goals in the league for fun. We also have Liam McDade. I was thinking of trying to loan him out somewhere to get a lot of first team football. We'll keep trying to do that. Other options, we also have, of course, Richard Hammond, who has come in this season. We might even look to loan him out potentially. And of course, Gary Turpie, who is... well, he's came through our academy and will stay to play cup games, things like that. I'm just thinking with the options that we have, maybe Liam McDade and or Hammond would be better off this season out on loan to help their development, but we'll see how we go with that. Number 10, Armstrong is obviously the star of the team, so he is the number one choice. Fitzpatrick has done well there when he's played there. I've been trying Mladenov as a number 10. His passing isn't maybe brilliant. He does have good dribbling and he does have a long shot on him. He's done okay in there, but I'm not convinced that he's better there than he would be out wide. Now with the number 10s, Andrea Luis can play here, though I think he's a little bit better deeper. And Napoleon, of course, as well can play here, as can William McQuaid. If we go and have a quick look down here at number 10 options, William McQuaid is... he plays well there. Don't mind the rating. He plays well. Over on the right, obviously, Mladenov is more or less the man. McCracken can play out here, though left-footed. If he's going to play wide, it'll be on the other side. Bittner, who is, of course, our player now permanently. He is potentially quite good. That pace is really, really dangerous for against oppositions. We have Moreau, who is developing nicely into sort of a winger that can dribble, cross, and get the ball in. He's got a good bit of pace about him as well, so I'm excited to see what he can do this year. And the other one is Liam McDade, who can play. He's got the pace, he's got the dribbling. He's maybe not, doesn't have the crossing really to play as a winger, but he's an option if we need him. Got good flair as well. Over on the left, there's 3 options, but they're all very good options. McCracken, who we've seen. Sirok, who could play over on the right-hand side as well, but he's left-footed and is quite good. And Alfonso, who is developing very, very nicely. As for McKay, he went to Bristol City on a permanent deal, I believe it was. It wasn't happening. It was 20-odd million, I think he went for. So unfortunately, the McKay era has come to an end. Look a bit further back in midfield. Thompson, who is brilliant. We also have Kamani. Those two will be our first choice in there. We also have our wonder kid, Jimmy Scott. Do I regret signing him? It's a wonder kid. No, I don't. We'll see. I don't think we'll be able to register in Europe, so maybe it has been a bit of a waste. Napoleon can play back here, of course. Up Richard is club trained, so he'll be registered in the European squad because of that. De Lauro, I'm contemplating selling. His contract is up at the end of the year, and he's not really showing any interest in signing a renewal. So it may be a case of we need to just cash in on him. Fitzpatrick can play back here as well, though he's better further forward. Atwell is still at the club. Would you believe I've offered Atwell out for nothing? Zero money, just let him get on with his career. No one is coming in for him, and I don't understand why, because he is... I mean, he'd still be useful for us. It's just that we can't register him in Europe, so I don't see the sense in playing him and taking game time away from younger players who could use that to improve, but cannot understand why even a championship club... Surely someone he would be worth taking a go at. Miss Kelly, who has had some bids this summer, but he obviously is a club-trained player, came through our academy, will not be going anywhere. And Andre Luis as well, obviously can play back here as well. Centre-backs, I'm hoping... Ordonez is unhappy. He's asking to leave. He's unhappy we didn't let him go somewhere, but I want him to be a first-team starter with McGurk this season. So we're going to fight that as much as we can. Other options at centre-back, Ellis is a solid option at centre-back, to be honest. Octavio, who's had lots and lots of bids coming in for him as well, but we don't want to sell him. Regan Jeffs, who's come in to play as a left back, but could play at centre-back, to be honest. We also have Vogler, who is now club-trained. We also have Jimmy Scott, the wonder kid, who can play back here. And Ulrich Meyer, who could, but he's a promising, well, he was a promising fullback. Now he's just a low-determination fullbacks. Yeah, maybe not my best signing, that one. Over on the left, Ellis is, star rating-wise, still our best option, but I prefer Surgeon in the role, to be honest. He's a little bit better getting forward, a little bit better defensively as well. And Regan Jeffs, who we've just seen, can play over there and could be quite a dangerous player getting forward. He's got good finishing and better crossing, and is he better than Surgeon? Time will tell on that front, I suppose. Over on the right-hand side, we have lots of good options. Matt Kavanagh is still here. Major, of course, who has come in and potentially is even better than what we thought we were getting. We also have Ulrich Meyer, who we've just seen as a right-back option. And Maguire, who is very, very high potential. And long-term, I think he is our guy, but he just needs a little bit of time. He's still only 17 to develop. Goalkeepers, we have two good ones in Robbie Young, who will be our first choice, and Hammerstrom, who will be second choice. And we have some young players who have come through the academy as backups, but those two, injuries aside, should be enough to get us through the season quite comfortably, I think. So I'm, as I said, fairly happy. Window still has about a month to go. Obviously, we're August 6th. But I'm fairly confident we've got. We've got still 13 million and a 200 grand a week in the wage budget, so there's money to spend if we want to spend it. But yeah, there was not too much wrong with our team. Maybe we could do with some better centre-backs, because we saw against, who was it? Real Sociedad, that we got picked apart a little bit at the back. But I'm hoping Major, with his pace, might be able to help with that. But yeah, we'll see anyway. We'll see what happens. And if we can get somebody else in, we will obviously look to do that. But that brings us now to our Champions League playoff draw. So this is where our season's going to start. There's a couple of games in the league. I'm going to play through those. But next episode will be the playoff draw. And let's see who it is we're going to get. So we are the top-seeded team in here. Other teams, we've got Sparta Prague or Partizan. We've got Copenhagen. Then we've got Cracovia of Romania or Shakhtar Donetsk. Other team, no, so they're the seeded team. So we won't be able. I don't understand this draw. We won't be able to get them. So the teams we will be able to get will be Astana or Basel, Malmo or Olympiacos, Karabag or Spartak Trnava, is it? Or Rosenborg or Dinamo Zagreb. Now, you'd always rather avoid the Wonder Kid factory that is Zagreb, wouldn't you? But honestly, we should be able to beat any of these teams. Let's be honest. We want to make sure we're getting into the Champions League group stage and the money that comes with that. So Astana, Basel, we won't be getting either of them. Malmo or Olympiacos, we won't be getting them. We're going to get Zagreb, aren't we? This is our last chance to avoid them. And of course, it is going to be potentially Dinamo Zagreb, or it could be Rosenborg. So that could have been a lot better, I would say. Maybe Shakhtar would be the other team that we would have wanted to avoid. But that's the dream draw, isn't it? One of those two. But anyway, that will be next episode. We don't know who it is as of yet. Now, we should have had the first leg of that played. And it was... No, we haven't. No, wait, I've gone back a year, not around. Dumbass. So we want champions, we want third qualifying round, and no, they haven't played their first leg yet, so we don't know how that's going to go. You would imagine Zagreb would beat Rosenborg, though, wouldn't you? But guys, that's it for today. If you've enjoyed that, thumbs up, subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you next time for some Champions League qualifying football. Take care.